Friday. This is the longest running daily variety show, The Mark and Spire Show.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and help my living.
To ease my mind, help my living, day 1,817 in a row of The Mark and Spire Show. Hope you guys are doing well this Friday. We're getting ready for the Christmas weekend. The Mark and Spire Show. I guess we're live on Instagram. That's what that's telling me.
Looking for another
Let's
way
go over here and see if we can push
my
audio
mind
off
and
or
help my
something.
living.
To ease my mind,
I don't know, shut the audio
help
off
my
here.
living.
Let's see if that may have stopped the feed, but whatever.
We are live on Instagram for the first time. I don't know if anybody's seeing it. If you are, head over to YouTube. Join us. This is where we build some positivity every single day. Been doing this since December 31st, 2018. We are running up on 5 years in a row live. No one's ever done what I've been doing. And I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because the world is dying. And if we don't have anybody building positivity on a daily basis and trying to connect us, we are done. So yes, every day I show up and I intend to bring us together. I intend to put nothing but positivity out there so you can connect to something before you go into your day. Now, it's not easy to do this every day. It's not easy to stay positive every day. My hair looks like a mess. I'm a mess today, guys. I was up late. I bowled last night. I filmed the entire bowling session. I'm going to drop that for you guys in a little while today. So, but yeah, I didn't have a chance to obviously do my hair this morning. I just got up, dropped my daughter off at school, and I came back here to do the show for you before I go into my day. I'm a real estate agent, so I spend my day and my week selling and trying to sell real estate in order to show up here with you guys at night and put on this show. Joanna made her into the house. I got Trish Killian here. I love seeing you both here. So good to see you. We have a very special show for you. Every day is very special because there's no script here. So whatever happens, happens in the moment. And to me, that is the most exciting, exhilarating show I could ever put on. I don't want to come out here with a game plan of 5 things we're going to talk about. I want to come out here and let this moment breathe. And I don't see enough of that in this world, so that's why this show exists. My show exists because there is one show in the moment. I write songs, create comedy. I try to say things that are actually real. What's going on in the world? All I hear is lies everywhere. And the thing is, I believe we have this DNA, this historical DNA kind of like connection to history. Everything that's happened before us is in our DNA. And when we think about how people treat us, when we think about the words we hear from people, we have this like ancient BS meter. It's weird, but we all can tell when we're being lied to. We all can tell when what we're getting from the leaders is not actually benefiting us, but hurting us. We can feel it inside. And then, you know, when you live in a time like now and you actually have the nerve to say something about it, you're right because they cancel you. Like, if you weren't canceled, you'd be like, whatever, this is some freaking crackpot. But they cancel you because you're right. Zabrowski, I need a woo-hoo. Friday, woo-hoo in it. What? Oh, he wants me to throw it to him. Woo-hoo! Zabrowski. You always want me to point to you, Zabrowski. Like, I'm here. I'm doing the show. And you want to point? Friday point to Matt Zabrowski. But you know, he did hit you with a woo-hoo. You can't go wrong on that. Thank you, everybody on TikTok, for hanging with me. Please share this feed. I'm live every single day. This is 1,817 days in a row of positivity, live songwriting, comedy. I have a brand new song for you. I wrote it the other night. This is the song.
Go, go, yeah, don't you stop at the door, no. You gotta keep on going, don't you go, 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 yeah, don't you stop at the door, no. You gotta keep on going.
So, live improv, we do that every day. I loop, and I'll take nothing and create a full song live in the moment. There's 209 songs on iTunes that happened that way, right here on the show. So if you ever want to catch up, 3,700 pieces of content on the Mark and Spires channel. 3,700. No one's seen any of it. When you say things that are true, when you speak from the heart, they don't let people find you. In fact, they hide you from the people. They don't like authenticity. They don't want anybody who's going to come out here and be real. They want a message that they can control. And who's they? Who's they, Mark? All the people with power. All the people with power They wield it over us. And they just move us around and manipulate us. And everything we see is a manipulation. And you need to step away from the negatube in order to see it. Yeah, I call it the negatube because that's what it is. I invented that word. I should have trademarked it. But it's the truth. Anything you find on TV is the negatube. It's just going to bring you down a negative hole. And that's why shows like this exist, where we can break away and say, you know what else is going on? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Nobody asks anymore. No volume? Uh-oh. What's going on, Modoc? I don't have any volume. I think everybody's hearing it, but maybe there's something else going on I don't know about. Bottom line, guys, we have a brand new song for you. I kind of want to play it for you. Here's the thing about this song, just so you know. I say a bad word in it, all right? But the bottom line is this. This is a live improvisation song, like everything else. And when the words come out of me, and here's the reference. The reference is, they tell you have to follow the rules. Then I say, go F yourself. You know, this idea that you have to follow some rules to speak your mind is totally mental. Free speech is allowing your heart and soul to breathe. It's not following some rules so you don't say something, so you have to say it a certain way so no one's offended. If you're offended, scroll. If you're offended, go and find something else. But you shouldn't be offended because there really isn't anything offensive. Words shouldn't offend. I thought we used to say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt me. Like, everybody's so offended by words, and they want to cancel people. I always find it interesting that someone would prefer to go in and complain and try to, report a channel. You have to go through a process to do this, guys. You click a button, you click report, then you have to fill out a whole thing. And they'd rather do that than just use their stupid freaking finger and scroll. Don't be an arbiter of creativity when you're not creative. Okay, this is just a point to you. If you're out there and you're a purveyor and you're somebody who enjoys content and watches content like this, don't be the guy that's like, that's not good for people to see. You have no right. You're not a creator. Creators should not be silenced because you don't like their message. Change the creation. Move on to the next creator. But this concept that in 2023, if you're a guy on the other side of the screen and you don't like what I'm saying, you could complain is mental. Go and create something yourself. It's not easy. And when you do it and someone pulls it down, it pisses you the frig off because I worked hard to make that piece of content. Do you know how many pieces of content TikTok has pulled down? That's called, I don't even know what they call it, misinformation, for reading a news story over my head. From mainstream media, news story over my head. But it doesn't fit the narrative of the world. So we got to, it's misinformation. The people who call things misinformation are the misinformation. Are we freaking in the Twilight Zone here? Oh, fact checked. Who's the fact checker? The liars are the fact checkers. What the are you kidding me? And we're all like, oh, but it's been fact-checked by USA Today. USA Today. You got to be kidding me. They're all corrupt. I heard an interesting speech. They were talking about how these super PACs, you're not allowed to donate over, I think it's like $6,000 to a campaign. But if you're part of a super PAC, millions of people could donate millions of dollars to these freaking scumbag politicians. And guess what these politicians do? Whatever the hell the super PACs want. Because that's where the money comes from, people. But that's legal. That's legal, right? Why do we allow, in this country, why do we allow so much corruption? Because we're corrupt. We have this like gall to say everybody else is bad around the world. We're a democracy. We're not a democracy. We're so far from a democracy. We used to be a republic. Now I don't even know where we are. I don't even know what it is. We're not about America anymore as a country. The people hate America. What's going on with this? Americans hate America? I'm in the Twilight Zone, I swear. When I was growing up, I had so much appreciation, gratitude to be in the greatest country on planet Earth. And now everybody wants to destroy it. And they want to turn it into China. They want to turn it into every other country but the great country we are. This country was created on a bedrock of principles. Truth is something that can't be changed. It's eternal. Truth moves in one direction, straight. When people find their mind and their heart and they start thinking things that are not true, it's always been, you guide them back to the truth. Guys, I don't know what you're thinking. That's not real, okay? Come on back. Here's the truth. Here's reality. This is science. This is faith. This is what's going on. Not all this crazy crap that you guys want to create all these controversies over. Nobody wants to talk about it, and all you do is talk about it. And I'm doing it right now. I'm talking about it. But the point is, we're consumed with issues that don't matter. They don't. None of these issues matter. Guys, we get a certain amount of heartbeats. We get to breathe a certain amount of days. Why the freak do you care about all the other crap? Let's get back to what's important. Let's connect. Can we connect? Because that is the thing they don't want us to do. So why don't we do the thing they don't want us to do? That's what I want to leave with you here in this rant here. Why don't we do the thing that they fear most, which is coming together? No, let's keep hating. Let's hate someone for the color of their skin. I'm not white. What the freaking hell? No one's white. No one's black. We're all shades. And everyone's freaking talking about race. It doesn't matter. There are no colors. It's shades of something. Okay? I'm sick of the racism bullcrap. You're a racist. No, I'm a human being who loves all. I want to connect with everybody, no matter what your skin color is. If you got a good heart inside, and I can feel it when you're speaking, and I'm in the same room with you, and I'm like, man, that person's smile is infectious. I don't care what their skin color is. I'm sick of it. All the lies perpetuated by a media that wants us divided. And you guys keep dividing. Instead of saying, you know what, guys? It's clear what these friggin' morons are trying to do to us. So why don't we do the opposite? Why don't we say, I get it. I get it. You guys want us to fight. You guys want us to be like, civil war in the streets. No, it's not going to happen because we were born from one source of energy and we're here. We go back to that source of energy at the end. But no, while we're here, we have to be divided. We have to conquer. We have to hate each other. Don't you guys see how stupid it is? This is white. This is white. Am I fucking white? No. I mean, I look a little because I'm so pasty today because I didn't get much sleep last night. But there is no such thing as white people. There's no such thing as black people. Everybody's a shade of a color. We don't even know what the color is. None of it matters. I was born in 1978. When I grew up, my father was moved here from Portugal when he was 6 years old. He's got very dark complexion, my father. He told me all about racism as a kid because he used to deal with it. He used to deal with it, okay? He taught me you treat people by their actions. How do they treat you? I don't care what their skin color is, Mark. You treat them the way they treat you. That's life. It could be someone who looks just like you. If they treat you like shit, guess what? They're getting an elbow in the face back. I don't give a crap. I don't care what you look like, okay? I'm here to connect with souls who have the same energy level. I'm sorry I get upset about it, guys, but, it's frustrating when you're here trying to make a difference in a world that doesn't want to get better. It just wants to continue down the tube of crap. And we're not being assisted. We're being guided in a negative way. Assistance is a positive word. We're being guided down a hole of destruction. And the weird part is, it's like people are like, yeah, can I grab the tube? Let me jump on the tube and go down there faster. Is there a roller coaster down? Can I jump on that? Don't you guys want to freaking close up the hole? Don't you want to get back to what's real? I really wish. Yes, Portuguese, yes. Tomar is on my bucket list. You should go. Girly Marie, good to see you. I'm so glad to see you, Girly Marie, on Facebook. Guys, if you're on Facebook, please head over to YouTube and join us there. Subscribe to the channel. I'm live every day at 9 and then live at night as well. The concept here is that, usually I'm not angry. Usually I'm just saying positive things and lifting you up and I'm writing songs in the moment. But when I started to think about how my free speech is being affected because if I don't say things the right way, they don't let me be seen. And that's not just now. This is 1,817 days in a row of it. And it bothers me because I feel like I'm saying the right things and they've never let anybody find it. And it's just like, what the? I put out an awesome piece of positivity yesterday. And I looked, there's like 35 views. I got 13,000 subscribers. They show 35 of my subscribers. And that's every day of my life, guys. I see people with 1,000, 1,500 subscribers. When they go live, they have hundreds of people on with them. I can't get more than 10, 15 people when I'm live for 1,800 days in a row, guys. Any other person on the planet would quit. But I keep showing up. I'm either insane or I really am here to change this world. You guys have to decide. I'm pretty sure it's not that I'm insane. The creations that come out of this show on a daily basis are powerful. I'm going to show you one right now. This is my newest song. I wrote it 2 days ago, live in the moment. And I hope you enjoy it. Go, go. Here we go. I hope you guys can appreciate the live creation feature. This is it. This isn't working. I am on OBS I use to stream. It's open broadcasting system, open broadcasting source or something like that, but it's great. I mean, it's good enough. It's got some quirks and stuff you have to work through, but I'm able to at least broadcast live. The other thing I do is I use what's called Restream, and that allows me to broadcast onto multiple platforms at once. That one, I always wondered if maybe that's why I'm suppressed, is because all of these platforms are seeing like this super feed coming at them, and I've been using Restream for like ever, and I've never been able to get any followers or not followers, but anybody out to see the show when I'm live. So I feel like there's something that's wrong in my feed or in the algorithm. I truly think it has to do with the fact that I did the Donald Trump show in 2019. I shouldn't have done that, but it was comedy. I thought comedy would be appreciated. We used to appreciate comedy in this country, and it's like SNL. That's basically what it is. My Donald Trump show parody and all the parodies I do, it's like SNL, and that's a threat. It's a threat because someone does a funny Trump impression. Are you kidding me? I'm sleeping in the poopy poopies. Like, I mean, it's weird to me that didn't explode, first of all. It's the funniest movie ever. Donald Trump show movie is hilarious. But they didn't let it, they put it in a hole. But here's the thing. This, try going live directly to Facebook. Yeah, maybe I should try that. Girlie says I should try to go direct and see if that has any bearing on the issues that I see. But I feel like in general, like I said, I'm a guy who comes here every day and I create in the moment. The Trump show was hilarious, and the concept is simple. I found all these look, when you have a current president who's been in office for 50 years, do you know how much stuff I was able to find on him? Like that, how bad he is as a person and as a president. And he called Barack Obama rap rock. Yeah, that was before he lost his mind. Rap rock, yeah. Look, well, that's what I like about rap rock. I was like, he's rap rock? Talk about racist. Joe Biden called Barack Obama rap rock. He's thinking about rap music and that he's a black man. He called him rap rock. And you guys made him president. It's like, that's one of the episodes, rap rock. But it's comedy. And so you see Biden go, he's like, oh, well, yeah, with rap rock. And then you hear Trump go, who's rap rock? Are you kidding me? Sleeps over Joe. He's calling rap rock. It's scoopity poop. He's doing something there with sleeps over. And it's just stupid, but it's commentating on Biden, blunders. It's hilarious. I've seen so many different talking heads, politician, shows that are like, you see something bad that Trump does, and then they commentate. You see something bad that Biden does, and then they commentate. And millions of people watch that shit. It's not even funny. It's not even good. But because they already have 2 million followers, and they go and they watch it. And that's what I saw this Hodge twins. Nothing against them. They're nice, but guys, come on. And I'm watching and I'm thinking to myself, they got 2+ million followers. Is it because it's 2 black people on screen that are Republicans? I don't know. But when I hear them speak, I'm like, I can't get more than 15 people to see me. I think I'm able to speak words and I can't even get people to hear them. But these people, they're commentating on Biden and there's millions of people watching it. So that was what gave me the idea. I was like, well, if millions of people are watching them commentate and there's nothing there, nothing. Like, oh, Biden, he's a stupid moron. And everybody's like, yeah, he's a stupid moron. I'm like, this is what people are like intrigued by. So I created the Donald Trump show based on the Hodge twins commentating on Biden content. And there's nothing to it. I'm like, this is not even good. And there's millions of people watching it. And again, no offense, guys. You're great. I love you. The fact that you are the same, you're thinking logically. That's great. But this is the proof to me that we're in a world where they put people in front of you in order to fit some sort of mold. I don't fit the mold anymore. White guy who's here preaching about positivity, trying to bring the world together, an enemy to the state, literally. And you'll see why. This is why. I write songs that are truth, and then they come out, and this is what happens. I'm also the inventor of the only drum in the world for guitar players. You're about to check it out. Get a little bass line in there first. It's supposed to be no ending in there.
Like a fine wine, yeah, waiting for the dehydration to take place. Oh, I'm a stranger in this cold place. Hey, I'm looking for answers, I'm looking for queries. Maybe you can tell me if I'm crazy with my theories. I got things running through my mind. Yeah, I can't go a day without getting them off my chest. I don't know about the rest. Oh, but I've been living my truth for 5 years in a row. Got to go, 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 yeah. Don't you stop at the door, no. You gotta keep on going today. Oh, you got to play within the rules, they say, but I like go fuck yourself. You know what I'm talking about. It's like we're living in this crazy world where you can't be you if you want to. Oh, you got to step back and take control, yeah, before you start to roll downhill. Yeah, you know you're gonna spill the beans. Oh, you gotta keep on going to go, go, go. Yeah, don't stop at the door, no. You got to keep on going. Gotta go, go, go. Yeah, you know they're gonna stop it before you get to the door. But you gotta push through. Yeah. You got to go, go, go. Yeah, you can't stop at the door, no, no. You got to keep on going. Got to go, go, go. Yeah, don't stop at the door, no. You gotta keep on going. keep on going. Yeah, you got to go, don't stop at the door. No, no, you got to keep on going. Go, 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 don't you stop at the door. You got to keep on going. Don't you go, go, go. Don't you stop at the door. You got to keep on going. Get to go, go, go. Yeah. Don't you stop at the door. No, no, no. You got to go. Don't you stop at the door. No. You got to go, go, go. Don't you stop at the door. You got to keep on going. Don't you go, go, go. You stop at the door. You got to keep on going. Don't you go, go, go. Yeah, don't you stop at the door. No, you got to keep on going. Go, go, go. Don't you stop at the door. No, you got to keep on going. You got to go, go, go. Don't you stop at the door. No, no, no. You got to keep on going. You got to go, go, go. Yeah, don't you stop at the door. No, you got to keep on going.
Got some edits to make to that, guys. I mean, it's okay. I literally threw it together right before the show. I wanted to make sure you could hear it. I'll probably shorten that by about 7 minutes. It's 7 minutes long, but I'll probably make it about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes most. It's fire, but I just kept all the guitar playing in there because it's insane stuff. I never took any guitar lessons. Never took any lessons on anything, really. I mean, I just, 25 years of playing an instrument that you don't know how to play, but you play. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like I write songs about any topic, but I have no idea what anything is on that guitar. No one taught me how to write songs. Nobody taught me how to compose songs and chorus and verse, any of that. But some people have an understanding without even having to learn it. I used to joke and say that someone wrote the book. Someone wrote the book, and then everybody else follows that book and says, well, that's the way to do it. Yeah, but how the hell did you learn? Well, we read the book. Well, who's the author of the book? Because that's the guy who figured it out and did it on his own and didn't need any other input at all. He just went and did it and said, yeah, that's possible. We're constantly sidetracked by the word impossible. It's a lie. It's not even a real word. I mean, maybe it does fit specific scenarios in our lives, but we use it in the wrong way. Like we're constantly saying it, and it's wrong. Almost every single thing that you think is impossible has, at some point in history or in the future, will be accomplished. Somebody will do it. Somebody will say, I'm doing that. Because that person saw it and said, that task is possible. So impossible really is missing an apostrophe and a space. It's I'm possible. Anything you look at it and say, I'm possible. That could be done. When you look at it and you say, that's impossible, you've already shut yourself out. You can never, ever accomplish it because you already determined that it can't be done. If you look at it and you add that apostrophe, you look at that and you see a space and that thing that looks like it's really difficult, you go, that's very possible. You're looking at that thing and it's screaming, I'm possible! I'm possible! Which one are you hearing? Are you hearing him scream out the positive, I'm possible? Or are you hearing him scream out the negative, impossible? It's a real question for you. We all do it. I'm not like, I look at things and I'm like, everything's possible. Well, I have a song called Everything is Possible. It's a beautiful song, and it's based on this concept of I'm possible out of impossible. It's what we think about here, guys. change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Dr. Wayne Dyer said it best. I'm just following in his footsteps, providing the same type of powerful, insightful content. I'm not a doctor. He was. He was very well known. I'm not. Guys, sometimes the best content in the world has 0 subscribers. And there's a reason why there's 0 subscribers. Because the content is powerful and infectious. You got to somehow break through that first. And some people it's like a couple days, some people it's a couple months, some people 5 years. But you got to break through some facade of nothingness where there's nothing. You create something amazing and there's nothing. No one seeing it, no one watching it, no one commenting on it, no one seeking it. That's the frustrating thing when you're a creator, when you're a live creator, and you only want to create something that can affect change positively. But the people that are seeking that type of content can't ever find it. It's one of the most frustrating things in the world that I'm dealing with here. Like that piece, yeah, 2 days in a row, I put out an awesome piece of positivity. I think it's some of the best messages on the entire internet just because of the messaging. 50 views, 70 views, 13,000 subscribers. If that's not a suppression campaign, I don't know what the hell else there is. You talked to Dr. Wayne Dyer? Oh man, I would have loved to speak with him. Hilly Billy, my friend, so good to see you. The possible is possible. The impossible is very possible. Yes, Slivka, you nailed it. You know, we are a very interesting species. Like, we have the ability to reach levels that some people believe are impossible. Because our mind is so powerful. We can overcome anything. We can deal with loss. And we deal with loss on a daily basis for our whole lives. I heard a very interesting, I don't know if it was an analogy, but someone was explaining that you die so much in your life. Every single thing in your life is a death. The last time you went camping with your dad. Last time you went to that specific restaurant that you loved and you never went back. That was a death. You died that day. A piece of you died that day. It was something you loved. Your dog, your cat. Every little death within our lives is a personal death. A piece of us dies. And we have to somehow become more resilient after each and every one, after each and every loss. We get more resilient until the end when it's our own and we just don't give a crap anymore. I think. I don't know. I want to be here as long as possible. I want to provide positive messaging to you. But I think we slowly lose the things we love, and sometimes fast. And then at a certain point, you're jaded and you just don't give a crap anymore. Just take me, Lord, you know? And I think that's what happens. You say goodbye. Like, it's one of my fears. One day, and I hope it's a very, very long time down the road, I won't be able to play the guitar like I play. I won't be able to sing like I sing. I won't be able to create songs live in the moment like I do. My mind won't work as clean and as quick and fluid as it does. That's something I fear. That's a death. The day I can't write songs live in the moment anymore, the day I can't play guitar and shred, is a death. And I have to sit there and look at that guitar every day for the rest of my life, knowing I used to be able to do. You understand? So take the moment you have. Be thankful. Have gratitude. I'm grateful that there's 9 people here and not 9,000. I'd love to have 9,000. I believe that we should have 9,000 people here every single day. But I'm grateful for the people that do make time for me. I'll keep making time for you guys, so please keep that in mind that every morning I'm here at 9 a.m. Don't know if I could do that on weekends. I'll try, but the idea is 9 a.m. during the week, some positivity to start your day instead of positivity to end your day. We're still doing that too, though. So I will be back tonight for cover song night. And I think it's going to be Christmas song night because we are just a few days away. So that's basically my piece on this, guys. I hear people say stuff like, hey, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, Mark. I'm like, I get it, I do. But when you put out a powerful piece of positivity, like when I put that piece of content out 2 days ago, I was like, this is going to change lives. This will change lives because of what I discovered. 2 days ago, what I discovered about the world's lie was huge. Yesterday, the message of helping you lift you up in order to find the greatness within that you have. Like every one of you have this amazing uniqueness that have to be brought to the surface. It has to be brought to the surface. You don't find it unless you search. You'll go your whole life working behind a desk, never understanding your greatness. And so my message was about that. And I'm like, this is life-changing for people. But if you guys go on to YouTube and you scroll for 15 minutes and you never see that piece of content, which is what happens for the last 1,817 days in a row, then that amazing piece of content dies a slow death, just like I'm telling you about everything else. Every single day, a piece of me dies because a piece of my content doesn't get seen. It's another way for me to think about it. Now, it's evergreen, so maybe someday someone will find that, but it baffles me that there aren't 10 million views on that piece of content. And maybe it's not as good as I thought. But when you understand that the world wants you to divide and it wants you to hate each other over lies, and then you can very simply say to someone who says to you, you're phobic. You're phobic of, let's just call it any group. You're phobic of that group. The simple response is, no, sir, no, ma'am, no cat, no lion, or whatever the frig you are in 2023. I'm phobic of falsehoods. I know many people that are. They're phobic of affirming lies. That's what I fear. I don't fear other people and their lifestyles. I love people to have their own uniqueness. Don't you hear me? Everybody's unique. This is the whole point of it. There is no way for us to be the same. We are unique in the most beautiful of ways. And when you start trying to tell people, you can't be that way, you can't be that way, you gotta be this way. It's communism, guys. That's what that is. When you start telling human beings that they can't be themselves anymore, but they can be themselves in another way. You could decide to be something totally different. That's cool. But you can't be your self. You can't say how you really feel. You can only say how you imaginarily feel. Oh, I feel like I'm... Well, that we're going to totally affirm. But affirming truths, affirming someone's actual passion, that's uncharted territory in 2023. And so, I don't know, guys. I mean, I love everybody. I have no problems with anybody. But I nailed that issue. I've never been phobic of anybody. I'm phobic of lies. I'm phobic of falsehoods. I'm phobic of somebody telling me, hey, you know what? You know that's wrong, but you got to agree with it. You got to go along with it. No. Remember, we are on a path of truth, always and ever. This has been this way since the beginning of time. Path of truth. It's this way. Anybody who diverts from that path gets brought back. Hello, people on the path. Can you please grab these crazy people and say, that's not real. Feel how you want. But the truth is this. We are human, okay? You can feel whatever the freak you want. And I'm not offended by that at all. I'm offended when you tell me I have to change the way my belief structure, my belief system has to change to fit your narrative. That doesn't work. And again, the way I couched it the other day was like so relaxed, all positive. Now I'm like bitter today. But it's just because I'm dealing with this world, And that's the thing, is like I put a piece of content out and I'm like, man, everybody's going to hate me. They're going to be like, oh, you're racist, you're a xenophobe, you're transphobic. I'm like, guys, I wrote the LGBTQ anthem. It's freaking fire. It's the best song in the history of time for the LGBTQ community. No one's heard it. It's on YouTube, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. It's free to listen to. It's the best song for that community in the history of time. I wrote it for him. Don't tell me I'm phobic. I wrote you a song. I could have been like, fuck you. I'm not writing you a song. I don't agree with your beliefs. I agree with your beliefs. Don't try to indoctrinate my children to believe them. That's it. It's very simple. The world is on a path of truth. You're not. And that's fine. You can do what you want, but don't try to pretend it's truth. It's not truth. Pseudoscience, any of that, none of it is true. There's facts and then there's fiction, and people are out there just tossing around their fictions. But this concept that you have to affirm fiction is mental. It's mental. If you told me that I had to go and affirm that the Lord of the Rings is real, I got to affirm it because it's such a good book. It's a freaking book. People can say and feel however they want. We are creative at the heart. So we naturally are leaning towards directions that are mysterious to us. We want to learn more about ourselves, right? I'm not sure what I like. Do I like this? Do I like that? Do I like her? Do I like him? Look, it's a journey, man. Go do it. There's nothing that says you have to do what Bausch and Lomb says you have to do. What you can't do is go tell Bausch and Lomb to change the definitions. That you can't do. Go do whatever the f*** you want, though. Nobody has a problem with that. We have a problem with books in libraries for 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds that talk about gay sex and stuff like that's not appropriate for children. I don't care. I don't even want to talk about heterosexual sex with 6 and 7-year-olds. I don't want to talk about mommy and daddy getting down. That's inappropriate, guys. All of it is inappropriate. When you have somebody who's out there trying to push messages towards children that only harm children and get them to think about things they should never think about at that age, that is child abuse. Yeah, Telephone Game says there is your truth and then there is the truth. I agree, but I also believe that most times the truth lies closer to your truth than it does the truth that the narrative is portraying. And I would actually venture to say, Telephone, that everybody's truth is more valid and closer to the truth than anything we hear in the news. Every single thing we hear in the news is slanted. There's nothing accurate. And you have one channel that's trying to see if they could show the other side of things, but they're also corrupt. It's called the negatube. It is. No one calls it that but me, but it is. So, I don't know. Like I said, to me, a simple truth, and again, it may be my truth, it may be all truth, is that, and it's not all, because you're right, Telephone. There are people out there that are racist. There are people out there that are phobic. I'm trying to make a point that there are people like me who are phobic of lies. There are people like me that are phobic of falsehoods. I fear approving, affirming, allowing lies in society. I can't. I fear it. I'm phobic of it. And if there's other people out there like that, I'd like to hear and know if I'm the only one or if other people really are transphobic or whatever, or any other phobias. I don't know. Like I said, I have friends that are, I would say alternative lifestyles. They have lots of friends that are alternative. I'm a realtor. A lot of my friends in a realtor, they're homosexual. I have no problem with anybody. One of my best friends in high school was gay. I've never had a problem with any of these things ever. I never, ever will, never have, never will. I want people to be with who makes them happy. That's what the LGBTQ anthem is. But let people be with whoever makes them happy. I want to see you smile. That's the line. So, how do you find your smile? How do you find your smile? If it's being with a girl, if it's being with a boy, if it's being with whatever, if that brings you your smile, man, go to it, okay? I have an issue with, like I said, trying to change the rest of the world's perspective to meet your very minority mentality / perspective. The world was always on this simple path because there are always going to be the outliers. There's always going to be people that are eclectic. They're different. They want things to change to their mindset and worldview, but that's not accurate. You got to put the worldview has to be to the 99 percentile, not to the 1%. And by the way, it's even less than 1%. And all we do is change things for this group that's so small that they'd be fine. They were fine before. This idea that people are out there killing themselves because of hate is mental. They're killing themselves, I think, because they're taking this ridiculous, off the wall approach of chemical castration. And then they realize afterwards they can't go backwards. You've lost who you were. Now you're something that no one can freaking define. Now you can't define that. You had something you were born with. You got rid of it. And now you're here trying to figure out what's what in your mid-20s, early 30s. You can't have a kid anymore. And all that stuff is why people are ending their lives. They've destroyed their lives because the people in charge allow it to happen. You should say to anybody under the age of 18, you look, unless your parents are down, you can't. You're a child. You're a child. I didn't know who the hell I was till I was like 20 years old. Imagine if at 13, someone came along and they were like, you know, Mark, you're really eclectic. You're really fancy. You're really funny and silly, and you seem to like pink things. I think you're a girl. Maybe you should lean towards that. Do you know how confused I would be? As a kid, I didn't even know who I was. Look at that. Joanna says she knows a YouTuber that went through the castration and their tissue died. So that's what happens. You can never have an orgasm again. That's fact. They don't tell you that, ever. You can never, ever feel sexual pleasure again when you do that. These are the things they don't tell you about. Do you care about feeling pleasure, the ultimate pleasure of life, when you're with the person you love? That's dead. That's why I've heard a lot of people also end it, because there's no feeling anymore. They did it because they had these feelings towards being something, and then their feelings are dead. They're gone. And again, I don't know. I can't put myself in the shoes, but what I can say is this. When you're a kid, you are not prepared to make decisions like that with your body and with the future of your life. You need to allow yourself to explore and to develop. No one knows who they are until they're in their 20s. Don't make a decision like that. You can't oh, well, you could do the blockers and that's not going to affect anything. You stop puberty, you think that's not doing anything to you? It's mental. Just leave your body, let it go, okay? And then later on in life, you figure things out. And again, this isn't medical advice. I'm just saying how I feel about it. Children should be off limits. Children should be out there playing. Should be out there playing, having a good time, playing with toys, whether it's a Barbie, whether it's a race car. It has nothing to do with their gender at that point. They're just having fun. It's when you make a huge deal out of it and say, does that mean that you like what? I don't know. I'm 6. I'm just here playing with a Barbie. Like, what is that? Is this not okay? Oh, no. Well, that means that what is that? I'm 6. You know what I am already? You know what I am at 6? I don't even know I don't even know what I am, literally. But you know, right? Someone who's not even in your mind knows. So that's what I fear most. And I hear some of these people speaking and they're like, I was hoping that somebody would try to walk me off the ledge and say, look, no, why don't we test some medication first, see if this is a mental issue. Let's see if we can work this out, figure it out where you are. And they say they were literally pushed right into it, here's the drugs. And then now they have these regrets. They can't go back. They can't be a woman again. And it's like, sometimes you need to go through things in order to understand you're doing the worst thing in the world for yourself. But when you make changes you can't go back and correct, it's over. And then that's when you're totally lost. And I think that's why a lot of people are unfortunately having an issue when they do, go through those surgeries. And this is the sad thing, guys. I just want everybody to be happy. Like, if that's what really does make you happy, if having that surgery is what makes you happy, I think you should have it. However, not when you're 16 years old, not when you're 14. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you are. You don't know what you like. You don't even know if how you feel now is the same as you're going to feel in 5 years. Every 7 years, we have a whole new set of cells in our body. We are a totally different person every 7 years. So how do you know you feeling like whatever right now isn't going to be different when you hit that next 7-year span? This is why you don't make changes like that to yourself. Do you know how short a 7-year span is too? It's crazy. It goes by. So guys, I'm here 5 years in a row every day, like in 5 days. It goes by fast. Don't rush anything in life, especially when it comes to your childhood and when it comes to decisions that you can never change. Once you do it, it's over. Your life is forever altered, as well as your body. So, and here's the thing. I'm probably going to get in trouble. YouTube's going to hit me for this, for speaking truthful about this. But why? Have I said anything offensive here? I don't think so. I think all I'm saying is how I feel about a very, very sensitive issue. And it's everything I've said has followed up with, I love you. I want you to be happy. Do whatever makes you happy. Just leave kids out of it. Okay? That's it. And I guarantee something's going to happen with this feed because all I said was how I feel about this issue. It's a sensitive issue. Yes, it is. Doesn't mean we can't talk about it. We need to have open conversation, debate issues that are concerning to us. Conversations revolved around children should never be off the table. They should always be on the table. That's all we should be talking about. How do we protect our children for this next generation coming up? But what I see is total indoctrination so they could have a party that will vote for them in the next elections. And it has nothing to do with humankind and being kind to humans. It's all about power. And we, morons that we are, we're like, hey, Timmy, let's go get your junk cut off. Mental. I can't understand it fully, I know. I don't understand. I love my wife. I love my kids. I don't understand. I love the nuclear family. What I will ask is this. If you are so gung-ho about ending your future, about ending your ability to make families and all this other, and become something that you're not, because you feel that way, have you thought about this? You are the end of your bloodline. You end it all. Your family, your ancestors, every single person who fought, ran from lions, hid in a cave, got through the cold winters, went to the field and you got people out there hunting and gathering for their families for the eternity of time, for you to be here. And you end the bloodline of it all. That's what you're doing right now. You're ending bloodlines. That's what society is doing, ending bloodlines. You guys haven't heard about what they're planning on doing by 2030, have you? This is par for the course. If they could get people to end their bloodlines before 2030, that would be like just like a bonus for the people in charge. How do you get to, let's say, 500 million people on the planet? Let's say a billion people on the planet. How do you get to that? You got to end a lot of bloodlines. You got to stop a lot of futures. How do we do that? Oh, you know what? I think you may be a zebra. I'm a zebra! Oh, goodness. Ron, my brother, so good to see you, pal. Guys, I have to get on to Ron's show. I really want to get on and hopefully have a chat. Ron, can we do, next time you're on earlier in the day, because what happens is the last couple of days when I'm waiting to go on Ron's show, my wife calls and she's like, I got to put the kids to sleep. I need help. And I'm like, oh, hold on, I'm going to go. And then it's like, it just doesn't work out. So I think the timing is tough because we put them in around 8 to 9 o'clock in that range. So maybe there's a time you're ever on like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I could swing to the studio and go live with you. Then that would be really awesome. Or morning, since I'm on in the morning, if there's ever a time like that. But I really do appreciate Ron offering to have me on his show. He wants to interview me, which means a lot. Yeah, telephone game. How are you, my friend? I'm so glad you're with us. Guys, and by the way, I hope you know, anything I say is intending to help humanity. I'm never saying anything to be destructive to groups, never saying anything to be destructive to people's thought processes. Like, I don't want you to change who you are. I just want you to understand the gravity of your actions. We go through our lives and no one wants to shine a light on the impact of all of our decisions. The decisions you make now forever change you going forward. And you have to understand that. And you have to understand the bigger picture. You could be and do whatever you want. But remember, when you do said insanity, said insane act, whatever it is, or it may be totally normal. Like for you, like, no, that's it. You're ending your bloodline, just so you know. And if that's fine with you, where you're like, fine, it ends with me, I'm the last one. Because guys, remember, the issue we have in the world right now is not, the issue we have in the world right now is not a lack of freedom. It's an issue with a lack of connection to God. People serve SELF. They don't serve God. And that's why we see this. And God is a universal term. Because there's so many faiths out there, because there's so many religions, I'm using that as a universal term. You could say Yahushua, you could say Allah, you could say Krishna, whatever you want to call God. There's no reverence for that anymore. People have placed SELF at the top. And this is why we have the issues we have today. God was always the forefront. You guys, you know what I love? My son goes to a prep school. It's a Jesuit. And I went in there for like the first meeting, and they're praying in class. They're like, okay, everybody, let's bow our heads and say a prayer to God. And what I loved about this is it wasn't a prayer like, God, you are so worthy and mighty and sitting on your mountain with your staff of God, you know, whatever. No, it was something like, dear Heavenly Father, please watch over these young men as they're trying to make a difference in the world. And it was all this beautiful stuff about having the God figure at the center that you're always realizing is above you. There's something bigger than you. That's what I loved about it. And I'm like, whoa, holy freaking cow. That's why they got it out of school. That's why you can't pray in school. That's why they don't do what do they used to do in the morning every day? We used to read the flag. I can't think of it right now. But you know what I'm talking about. Every single day we sit the Pledge of Allegiance. You can't put your hand over your heart anymore and say the Pledge of Allegiance, because realizing there's something bigger than you is the problem for them. They want you to be all about SELF. They want you to forget about God. They want you to forget about Yahushua. I'll tell you what, he is the Savior. You can't get anywhere unless you believe in the purest of life. And it could be, again, you may not believe in Yahushua. You may believe in any other thing. But if that brings you to the energy level that I'm at, we're good, man. We're good. People want to talk about who? No. What energy level does that deity bring you to? We are here connecting on energy levels. When I'm connected to my Savior and you're connected to your Savior, we are connected on the level of energy, frequency, vibration. That's what we're here to do, people. I wrote a song called Frequency and Vibration about 3 weeks ago. You should go check it out. It's fire. Every song you will ever hear on the Mark Inspires channel is at 432 hertz. It's a healing frequency. I write songs here every single day at 432 hertz. If I wasn't me, I would be tuning into my show just to get the healing music. I play it, so I'm getting it. I'm writing it every single day, so it's flowing through me. But if I wasn't me, I would tune into this show just to hear the live music every single day, because it comes out at 432 hertz. I have to specifically set that on my tuner. Do you know a tuner comes at 440? All tuners come at 440. 440 messes with us, guys. Do the research. It messes with us. 432 is the healing frequency. 209 songs on iTunes at 432 hertz. And every single night of existence. And they don't let people find me. I wonder why. You don't think the people, the powers that be, know that I write songs at 432 hertz? That I say these words of truth every day? That I'm here living the moment? You don't think they know? They know. That's why they hide. I've always said, if I came out here and I said things to you like, guys, respect it. You're a cat. You're a zebra. And I'm like, yeah, Joe Biden's awesome. Yeah, guys, you're cool if you're not a Democrat. Like, if I said these things, you'd see 1 million people in here with me every day. But unfortunately, I have integrity. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that the guy there lost his mind about 6 years ago. Can't even speak anymore, shuffles. Shuffling is the last sign for Alzheimer's. Like, you shuffle around when you don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. No, 4 more years, 4 more years. And this is my issue. I'm truthful about how I see the world. Maybe he's a Rhodes Scholar still, guys. Maybe what I see isn't right. Maybe when he's going, that's really normal. And that's like eloquent speech. Maybe. But again, this whole falsehoods thing, when I see people on X say, I'm so proud of the work that Biden's doing, I'm like, he's trying to figure out how to not shit his diaper again. And you guys are proud of that? Mental. And I don't think Trump's better for this country either, guys. I don't. His policies are amazing for this country, but I don't think Trump is good for this country either. We need young blood in this country. I don't want a 90-year-old dude telling me how to run this country. It's over. We need people in their 40s. People who actually care about this country. I don't know what anybody thinks about this Ramaswamy guy, but I like the way he sounds to me like he wants to do something good for this country. And I see him going on to all these different left-wing networks, and he's having conversation. He's having debate. He's not afraid to get smashed in the face. You know what that reminds me of? The Trumper. Reminds me very much of him. He doesn't care if someone's going to come at him. He's smart enough to speak back, and he smashes everybody he sees, as far as I can see. I don't know. I'd love to interview that guy, just to talk to him a little, tell him how I see the world as well. But everything he says seems to line up with what we're doing here. And he's the one who had those 2 trans ladies on. And they were like, biggest regret of my life, of our lives, that we did this. And we were forced into it. We were hoping, our parents brought us to the doctor. We were hoping the doctor would say, look, let's get through this. Instead, they gave me the drugs right away. Pushed me right through it. I got rid of my breasts, got rid of the... Now she can never go back. So, what a rant of a show, huh? I don't know if this feed will be up later, guys. I have no idea. No idea if they'll take it down. Unfortunately, that now what they do is YouTube, they have like AI that goes through every single live show. And if you say things that they don't like, they get rid of it. They pull it off. So there's a very good chance that this feed will be gone. So if I were you, I'd share it because people should see if there's anything good from this live today. It should be seen before it's pulled down. I hope I don't get a strike for just saying how I feel about this issue. I just want you to know I'm not talking about this issue anymore. Like, I'm over it. I said it, said how I feel about it. You know, I'm phobic of falsehoods. Leaving it at that. You know, you do what you want. You can be what you want. You know, be with whoever you want and no problems. Just don't come talk to my kid about it. Don't tell my kid that they should do it. You do you in your own privacy. That's the way it's always been. You know, we don't change society for you. You should change you to meet society. That's it. And you say, okay, that's the way it always was. Like, okay, in my own home, I do this, I do that. But we go out in society and we're not going to go out there and tell everybody that they have to do that too. Because it's weird. What you're doing is weird. I'm not saying all of it. I'm just saying when people do weird shit and then they want everybody else in the world to affirm it. It's like, no, I'm sorry. When we were in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, people were like, that dude's off his freaking rocker over there. Now it's like, yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Joanna just said, YouTube AI bot had to go back over a year to one of my private videos where I said a 4-letter word to find anything on me. Oh my goodness. Joanna, listen to this one. So it's funny you say that. I got a notification 2 weeks ago that said, we've given you a strike because of medical misinformation on day 525 in a row. That was 1,300 days ago, guys. They went back 1,300 days to find a feed where apparently I said something that was medical misinformation. So the one thing that's positive about this show is I'm live on all these platforms. So I went back to Facebook and I went to day 525 in a row of the Mark Inspire show, which was called Mark Pires Renaissance Man at the time. And there's not one reference to anything medical. The only thing that was there was a Donald Trump show. And it may have been like the Dr. Fauci something in there, but that's where I got fear. Fear just went through me. And I thought to myself, if they're pulling down a piece of comedy from day 525 in a row, when that thing comes through where they're like pulling down all medical misinformation on YouTube, it's coming soon. I think it's soon. They may pull all my content and take my channel down at that point because I made comedy. And there is no line between what they consider misinformation and comedy. Parody is joking about the insanity of the world. It's not misinformation. It's clearly comedy when you're watching it. So the fact that these fact checkers, these people that are out there trying to destroy the platform, that's what they're doing. The people out there that are talking about vitamins, minerals, supplements in order to get yourself better and healthy, they're pulling all those people down now because it's not approved by the CDC or by the WHO. The people who got it all wrong during the last 4 years have all the power now. They got it all wrong. Get another one. This one will work. This one gets all the strains. None of them worked. And now you give them the power to? Oh, guys, you know what? You did a bang-up job the last 4 years where everybody still has the CV. No one was like, hey, I never will get CV again because I got the Bugga Booster. No, you're done, dude. You got it more. You got it more. Oh, now you're going to pull me down for that. It's fucking fact, man. I'm here. 1,817 days in a row. Didn't get a Bugga Booster. Never got the friggin' Civ. I've been around tons of people that are sick. Been around tons of people that have the Civ. Why didn't I? Was it because I'm special? Maybe. God makes us all special. I think what it was is that I didn't submit to the bullshit and then find out, oh, I got myself protected. And I got CV 97 times for being protected. But guys, the symptoms were less. Fucking morons. You know? Like that always baffles me. I heard someone say recently, "Oh, did you get the newest boost?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? You kidding me? Never got the first one. You got to get the newest one." "Oh yeah, no, I didn't get it because I had a side effect from the previous one." Oh jeez. And they're at home at the Cove at the time. Like, yeah, I know. And they're saying it like if they had gotten the upgraded one, then maybe they wouldn't have gotten Cove this time. I'm like, you freaking crazy person. This is like your 6th time with the Cove. You wouldn't have got it if you got the boost? Come on. It's sad when people can get you to believe things that are so freaking fake. Oh, you go out there 9,747 masks. How many masks are we wearing out there? 9,000. What? Gotta put them on. Yeah, yeah, well, Dr. Weasel Proggy. Did you get your bugger booster? No, we didn't get the bugger booster. You can't do hydroxy poopy pants. Can't. Splibosplectin. You can't do it. Doesn't work. 3 years later. 3 years later. The only thing that works is splibosplectin and sloxyslorosclin. So it worked. I still got some in the freaking cabinet inside. Oh, goodness. My wife got an exemption, now forced this 23 winter to wear a mask. So sad. You know what it's like? Today I saw it again, guys. It is December 22nd, 2023. I'm driving down to drop my daughter off at school this morning, and some freaking morons driving by herself in the car with a mask on in the Twilight Zone. That's right. And I can guarantee you she's got 19 freaking bugger boosters too. She's had all 19, and she's also masked up while she drives. But we should laugh about this. Like, okay, you went and you got all your bugger boosters. Like, you're good, right? You're good. Then you still want a mask, and you still can't go out and can't go out to restaurants. We got some people who know that are like that. It's like, you wait a second. So you trusted the science. You went and you got 97, and then you still got the Civ 94 times, and then you're wearing a mask everywhere. Like, you still don't trust that your thing works. It's like, I've been masked for like 3 years now. I remember the day I walked into Home Depot and I decided not to go in with my mask. I hated wearing that freaking mask. I put it on every time I went into a store, just be respectful. And again, I've been live every day during this entire process. You can find this on my show. There's a day I went to Home Depot and like did this whole thing. Took off the mask and walked in. I remember it felt weird the first day breathing in there again. I was trying to like breathe through the nose, like I walk away from people. And what a sham that entire thing was. You know, like, I'm not saying that the Civ is a sham. That's not a sham. What I'm saying is the process, the fear, stoking the fear. It was just like, man. And I almost fell for it at the beginning. I remember I was sitting with my wife, and she's like, you know, we're losing friends because we're being very vocal about how we're gonna let this thing play out. That's what my wife would say. She'd go, yeah, I'm just gonna let him work out the kinks in that thing. You know, be like, are you gonna go get a bug booster? And she's like, nah. I think we're going to hang back and let that thing play out, you know? We're in the 40s. What the hell am I doing here? You know what I mean? So it's like, eh. And then when they started pushing on kids, I was like, you guys, this is nuts. These are children. They're fine. They're going to be okay. And how many people? There was something like 12 kids, something like 19 kids in the entire country had died from Steve in this 2-3 years. And they were like, got to get everybody boosted. It's like, oh my goodness. And what are you putting in them?
Oh, this new mRNA. It's really good. Bill Gates is involved.
That scumbag?
But gotta get to Bill Gates. Gotta make sure you get your Moderna.
Freaking, that guy's the worst. Seriously. You know, if you look at that guy, check out the video of him in the late 90s when he's being like interrogated by the federal prosecutors, whatever, over this monopoly. There was like a monopoly, but from Microsoft over to everybody else. And so they had him on trial, and he's in a room doing this. He's like going back and forth like this, and he won't answer questions. He won't make eye contact. The guy's a creep. And then they said how he basically, because he was considered such an evil guy back then, his publicist came up with this concept of him donating his money in order to become a philanthropist. But if this lady, this Indian brilliant woman, said, if you look at every investment that Bill Gates has ever made with his philanthropy money, it's always connected to his investments. It's always connected to what he's planning on making money for. So there's no good in Bill Gates at all. It's a facade to try to get people to think he's a good guy when he's really a horrible human being. I mean, look at what happened here. Oh, you gotta get your bugaboo. Gotta get a bugaboo? Did you get it?
Well, no.
He's Mr. Burns. He totally is. Yes, Mr. Burns. So, I mean, guys, the funniest thing in the world, I should play for you. Like, I'm going to play this for you just because I'm just kind of sick of everything at this point. This is part of the movie. You should go check out the full movie because it's probably one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. And it's called The Gates of Evil. And this is episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. I don't see it, unfortunately. Let's see. I could do it this way. Trump 16. It's episode 16. And again, this is probably one of the craziest bits you'll ever see in your life. TikTok, can you guys head over to YouTube and see this? You're going to want to see this, trust me. I'm going to share you this link. That's the link to what you're about to watch. And if you like it, I'll give you the full movie. Let's see if we can put this on. Hope you enjoy. Is it working?
Hammerlin.
No. Let's see. Sometimes the video stops working. It's weird. How's this? Here we go. Guys, just so you know, Hammerlin Jameson's my creation. There's no such thing.
Hammerlin Jameson introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Didn't work.
Fauci.
Sometimes it won't.
Hammerlin Jameson introducing Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. Today we're talking about Dr. Evil. That's right, Bill Gates, Fauci. They're all in it together. And I think you'll be surprised when you see Vladimir Putin in the mix. And even George Soros. So we're going to get into it now. Let's take a look at the first piece.
Dr. Evil, are you there?
Well, hi, Bill Gates. How are you?
Do you have a second to talk?
Yep, I'm here in the evil lair right now. I heard about all your work on the vaccines. Quite promising. Hold on. Put you on speakerphone. So tell me, what's the latest, Bill?
Look, we have to get our vaccines in order if we want to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And consequently, I own all of the patents and I have all of the companies that are actually going to provide the vaccines. And Moderna, you may have heard of, that's actually my company. I'm going to be the one who makes all the money at the end. But we have to do it. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to put a lot of more money in my pocket to be the shelf effect, where everybody else dies and I get everything. I'm going to try to take over the world, is really the plan here.
Look, Bill, that's usually what we do here at Evil Headquarters. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Anyway, how can I help?
Well, it looks like I've got everybody lined up and ready for the big reveal. They're all afraid. They're at home quarantined, and they're not sure if it's safe to go outdoors. So they're ready for the takedown.
Yeah, I get it. You want to take over the world.
People are starting to understand that I have an ulterior motive, and it's financially based, it's population reduction based, and they don't like it. And I just want to try to find out how to do it successfully like you did.
I don't have time to give you the ins and outs.
Do you have any tips or suggestions that you can give me?
Well, Bill, fear seems low. I would release the murder hornets.
Well, I really appreciate your advice, Dr. Evil. I know you've gone through this before.
I do take over the world at least once a month.
I think it's very important that we do this the right way.
The right way is the only way.
If we do it correctly from the beginning, then I'm going to be the leader of the world.
Look, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. What's yours is mine. I'm just going to do it all myself. I already released the murder hornets. Don't open your windows. Frankly, I was shaken by the images. I could not believe it when I had this YouTube video sent to me. These things are going on behind the Trumpers' back. I don't like it. No. We're going to stop the Dr. Evil. We're going to stop Bill Gates. He's not even a freaking doctor. You know that, right? He's not a doctor. Doesn't even play a doctor on TV. He just pretends. He walks around, puts a stethoscope on, I think, when he's at home. Melinda, look, I've got a stethoscope on. I'm a doctor. No, you're not. You're just a stupid billionaire. Well, look, let's keep going. Let's see what these morons are up to.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Bill, it's Dr. Evil. Oh, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? I'm doing great, Bill. So glad to get you on the line again. I think it's about time we release our secret weapon. Can you get him on the line, number 2?
Dr. Evil. Call on the evil monitor.
Dr. Fauci, it's Dr. Evil.
Hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Fauci, we need you to continue pushing the narrative. If we want them to take the vaccine, they need to be scared. So we need the public to believe that they're in danger. And the only one who's in control of that right now is Dr. Fauci.
Well, we have to be very careful. Can't let the president know what we're doing.
Look, we need to continue to push fear. If we want them to take the vaccine, we're going to have to pretend that they need it. So I'm going to get onto every network station,
Best line in
and I'm
the
going to continue
entirety.
to push the narrative. I'm thinking about deploying the murder hornets.
We should probably be searching for a murder hornet vaccine as we speak.
This sounds like a great idea, Dr. Fauci. Get on it, and I'll see you guys soon. Just remember, keep me apprised. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not done.
We're going to have to continue to act stealth with this mission.
One more thing. Don't forget our mantra. We all need vaccines. That we all need vaccines. And I will eventually take over the world.
Oh, goodness.
See, this is the agenda of the New World Order, run by Bill Gates, President Xi. They drop a virus, I call it the Fluhan, on the world. They cripple the global economic system. They put everybody in quarantine. They gotta wear a mask. They can't go out without a mask. And everybody's still fine. The death rate's like the frickin' flu. And they say everybody must get a vaccine. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I won't be getting a vaccine. You've got an immune system for a reason. You don't need an immunity like a vaccine made by people like Fauci that just are trying to line their pockets with dollar bills, y'all. So take a look at this last clip. Kinda pisses me off. He called me on pocket dial. You'll see, take a look.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Well, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? So glad to speak to you. I'm just here talking to the press right now. Is there something I could do for you?
Oh, Donald, I'm sorry. This is actually a pocket dial. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
Number 2! That was too freaking close, number 2.
I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Hi, Bill. It's Dr. Evil. How are you? Hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? I'm good, Bill. Are we still on track to take over the world? So Dr. Fauci went on the front lines again today and told people they need to do even more extensive social distancing. They need to stay away from each other more. We have to develop the vaccine before too many people die, and then we won't be able to make all of that money. And what does Fauci have to say about it? I'm going to try to get Dr. Fauci on right now. Dr. Fauci, are you there?
Bill, how are you?
It's Bill and Dr. Evil, and he's on the evil monitor with us.
Dr. Evil.
Gentlemen, the fear-mongering's not working. You're going to have to find a different strategy.
I'm getting very nervous about this, Dr. Evil. I think I may back out of this entire thing if we don't bring the vaccine to market next week. I'm out.
take a breath real quick, Dr. Fauci, because we're almost there. All right, we put all the money out there. We have the patents, and we have everybody at home right now. So all you have to do is continue the narrative.
The president is starting to become suspicious of Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, we really need you to come through for us here.
Look, the president is smarter than he pretends to be.
Fauci, failure is not an option here.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I will not take a fall for two megalomaniacs.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. Excuse me. Yes, release the murder hornets. Yes, Bill Gates' house and Dr. Fauci's. That's right. Yep, thank you. Okay, yep, fantastic. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I just can't stand you anymore.
Look, I have to thank MAGA lover QAnon 1984 for sharing these 3 videos.
That's the best name
Oh, wait
ever,
a second,
by
I'm
the
getting
way.
in my ear.
Hold on.
Did we have one?
Hold on. MAGA lover QAnon 1984 for those clips. How freaking hilarious is that? Oh, I love it. I love live improv, guys. That's what came out of me.
More for you. Hold on one moment. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. Vladimir Putin's on the phone.
Dr. Evil, it's Vladimir. I have the news.
Well, it's really good to have you on the line, Vladimir. I'm so glad that our plan is working.
Right now is good mission. Is an American run.
Look, all I want you to know, Vladimir, is that we have to put the pressure on. More cities.
They riot in the street. Good.
Now to part 2, our secret weapon. You know who I'm talking about. Let's get him on the line.
Dr. Evil. George Soros is on the line.
George,
Dr. Evil.
what's the deal?
Can I play too?
What you got going on over there? Give us the scoop.
I want to play.
Let me put you on speaker. Yep, here we go. What do you got, George?
I'll put money in as well, and we could take over the solar system.
We have to find a way to stabilize Donald Trump as well.
Bring Trump Walker to me. I will turn him, or I will destroy him.
You guys know he's Palpatine, right?
You know, I have to say, I did not expect to see George Soros turn into Emperor Palpatine. Who knew? Who knew that Emperor Palpatine was really George Soros? Typecast, really. I heard he also played Jabba the Hutt. They didn't really even need to use any makeup. Look, the one thing I'll tell you about Donald J. Trump is I keep my friends close, but I keep my enemies closer. I'm gonna call Dr. Evil right now. That's right. We're gonna have a conversation about all of these videos because I don't like when people come after the Trump.
Hold on, people. The phone is ringing. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. There's a call on the Evil monitor. It's Donald Trump.
Thank you, number 2. Hi, Donald. It's Dr. Evil. How are you?
Dr. Evil, you're live right now on the Donald Trump show.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on one second. Let me put you on speaker. What can I do for you, Donald?
You're actually the subject of episode 16 of the Drum Show, and I just found 4 videos, quite incriminating. And before I send them to the high courts, I just wanted to see if you have anything you'd like to say.
Well, Donald, simply put, I'm freaking Dr. Evil.
Look, Dr. Evil, you know, we've had a pretty good working relationship in the past, but that all comes to an end now. Next time you think you could take advantage of the Trumper, just get ready for a steaming pile of rockets all over your face. I'm gonna drop them all over your evil compound, wherever it is.
I wish you lots of luck on your search, Donald.
We're gonna find you, Dr. Evil. I'm going to find you. Look, Donald, I really don't care how you feel. Sorry. Perhaps if I tell you about the newest technology we're gonna use to take you out in your compound, would that interest you, Dr. Evil?
No matter what tech you have, Donald, you get... Hello, Donald? Number 2! He hung up again, motherfucker!
If you guys missed the very first episodes, the first 8 episodes of the Donald Trump Show were just pictures, and I'm commentating face swaps of Trump, and it's hilarious stuff. But I made the bit was that every single time that Trump talked to Dr. Evil, he hang up on Dr. Evil, and it was just hilarious because Dr. Evil would say, son of a bitch, and it would just about, he's going to say bitch, and he would get cut off. He'd say, motherfucker, and he'd get cut off. So every time he's always trying to get the last word in on Trump, but Trump always got the last word in on him. It was probably one of the funniest bits I ever did. And that led to the Donald Trump Show movie, which I hope you guys would go and check out on YouTube. All you have to do is type in Mark Inspires on YouTube, and you can join us. Let's see, I'm moving that closer so it doesn't look so bad. So guys, officially, an hour, 26 minutes. It's supposed to be a 1-hour show here, 9 a.m. every morning, and then live every night at 10:30. That, what you just saw is called The Donald Trump Show. You can watch the whole movie. It's 4 hours and 20-something minutes long. It's ridiculously hilarious. Every episode is just fire. I did it all in 2019, and it was heavily suppressed because, as you can tell from there, everything I said came true. And that's why they held everybody from it, when I did it. Anyway, I kind of want to play you that other thing. It's just so good. I may have to play you one more something here. Hold on. This is just a little piece of music to go along with that. Wolf asked me to write this, and because I don't really play it much, hope you enjoy it.
The Trump train drive, yeah, getting into it, yeah, you're going into it, yeah, you're in a war situation, can't get away from it. Everywhere you go, they're throwing rocks, throwing stones, you can't get through it unless you break a bone, yeah, and everybody wonder what you're gonna do. I'm jumping on the Trump train, jive with you, we're getting into it, yeah. Can't stop me when I'm going on the drum train. On the board, yeah, on the drum train, yeah. Everywhere we go, everywhere we see is someone with the red hat on. Say we gotta get the country, go and get it back. Gotta take away from tyranny. They say you're some sort of xenophobe, some radicalist, right-wing conspiracy theorist, but that ain't the truth, yeah. Get on board, yeah. Get on the drum train, on the board, yeah. On the drum train, all aboard. Get on board, yeah. On the drum train. Ride of your life, yeah, to truth you can't arrive at it unless you take a couple of bruises along the way on the drum train drive. On the board, yeah, on the drum train drive. Get on board, yeah, on the drum train drive.
Trump Train Jive available.
Always remember, they are coming after me because I am fighting for you.
Can't get that to freaking Donald Trump. Nailed it. So guys, later, I'll be back. We're doing a little cover song / Christmas song night. If you like my songs, telephone my friend, head over to YouTube. There's 209 songs just like that at 432 hertz, which is a healing frequency. And I write songs about so much. I mean, crazy, crazy music. And I'd love to know what songs you like most. You can go to the playlist. The music playlist on YouTube has over 350 songs, but on iTunes and Spotify, there's 209. I am putting a new album out soon. Too many songs that have to be released. And every night we write at least one song, usually. So I hope you'll come back tonight. Telephone, we're live every night at 10:30ish. And during the mornings at 9 a.m., I'm trying to see if I can lift you guys up in the morning with a positive message. This is such a crazy, eclectic show. Like, you never know what I'm going to do, so I really hope you'll join me tonight because there's going to be another off-the-wall show. And you can watch the Donald Trump show, the entire movie. Let me give you the link to that if you guys want to see it. I think it's probably one of the best movies I've ever done. I've done 9 feature films. They're all on YouTube. But this one... It's funny, I was thinking about one of these days, guys, we're going to, at the nighttime show, the 10:30 show, we're going to put on the Trump show movie and it'll go to 2 in the morning, maybe on Saturday or something like that. Because we're doing a lot of replay stuff at the night. But like I said, I still plan on writing songs and being involved in between those pieces of content. So it's going to be a really cool second show each day. But I feel like this is the one we really got to get started. 5 p.m. tonight, Ron? That may work. Let me touch base with you. Oh, wait a second. Let me touch base with you in a little while. I think that may work, actually. I'd love to get on your show, have a little chat. So I will see you guys. Please leave a comment after the show. Have you hit the like yet? Please check and make sure you have. If you haven't, smash that thing. And remember, let's see, where are we? Here we go. Johnny Broccoli in the house. Mark Slivka, my brother. Pamela Swan, Ron Tyler. Guys, please subscribe to Ron Tyler's channel. I should be on there later today, if not someday soon. But you should also subscribe to Ron. He delivers a piece of powerful information, mostly daily, so make sure you subscribe. And I appreciate you. 1,817 days in a row. This is part 1. I will see you in roughly 12 hours for the second show. So twice a day. Is that too much, Mark Inspires, for you? Or maybe it's just the right amount. I think the morning is necessary, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, until later, Virginia, Trish Killian, Telephone Game, Ron Tyler, Pamela Swan, Mark Slivka, I got Johnny Broccoli in the house, and nothing better than that. I may bring the Bible out later, too. You see it sitting back there, so we can get to it any time now. I gotta read a couple people asked me to read specific passages, so maybe we'll do that tonight. Psalms, a few other things, so tune in. See you at 10:30.
You got to go away, you go away.